Dear colleagues, it's my pleasure to take you into the journey of critical thinking in week 2, and we will try to clarify the application of critical thinking in the learning activity. The objectives that we will cover today, the learner by the end of this week will be able to enumerate methods of application of critical thinking in the learning activity, identify the feature of the concept map, differentiate between the concept map and the mind map, construct a concept map, evaluate a concept map. Methods of application of critical thinking in the learning activity. Many methods are available that introduce critical thinking in the learning activity. We passed through one of them during module 1, which is the PBL. Others like reflection, role modeling, concept mapping, collaborative writing, think, pair and share activity, brainstorming, team-based learning, case-based instruction, and peer learning. Today, we will discuss in detail the concept map. The importance of concept map that it leads to learning to think and learning to learn. Visual learning is one of the very best methods for teaching students of all ages how to think and how to learn. It's evidence-based. It's easier for the brain to make meaning when information is presented in a visual format. This is why a picture is worth 1,000 words. Activity number 1. I'll show you 2 slides. Please take your time to identify the difference between the 2 slides. Take your notes and we will come back to this activity. Kindly stop the video and take your notes. This is the first slide. This is the second one. This is the first slide and this is the second one. Kindly stop the video here for 1 minute. Take your time to identify the difference between the 2 slides. Then we will discuss the feature of the concept map, the anatomy of the concept map. The anatomy of the concept map mainly is formed from nodes, and the nodes are terms or concepts that are going to be linked together by linked line. And the linked lines are usually unidirectional arrows. They may be a bidirectional one in certain conditions, which we'll clarify later. Also, we will have a linking phrases between 2 nodes. The 3 elements together will make a meaningful statements, the 2 nodes and the linking phrase. It's a unidirectional relationship usually. However, it may be a bidirectional relationship, and in that case, I will have to use 2 linking verbs. Please revise activity number 1 and see the difference between the 2 slides, which of them can be called a concept map. The actual construction, to make actual construction of a concept map, you have to use shapes, colors, arrows, words and titles. The shapes, different shapes for different types of information, colors for the effect, for the differentiation, like something old and something new, something fact and something thought, and the opposite things, and so on. Arrows, words, links, and titles. Activity number 2, we will create a mini concept map from these 3 nodes: bacteria, pneumonia, antibiotic. Kindly remember that you have to use a unidirectional arrows and a linking phrase between these 3 nodes. The time is 2 minutes. Kindly stop the video here, take your time and create your mini concept map. This is a mini concept map from the previously mentioned 3 nodes. This is another variation from the previous 3 nodes. This is a third variation from the previous 3 nodes. And by reversing the arrows and changing the linking words and adding colors, the focus are changed. Concept map showing key concepts in concept mapping. This is a concept map for the concept map. The concept map may be hierarchical structure and may be a non-hierarchical structure one. The stage in the construction of a concept map: brainstorming, organizing stage, layout stage, linking stage, revising stage, and finalizing stage. In the brainstorming stage, we list any and all terms and concepts associated with a topic of interest. We may omit something later on, we may add something, but if there is redundancy, don't worry, there be more clarification and more justification of the concept map. The objective is to generate the largest possible lists. Organizing stage: in this stage, we will organize the lists into groups and subgroups, and of course of related items. Try to group items in a hierarchical form if you can. Identify terms that represent higher categories and add them. Feel free to rearrange items to introduce new items omitted initially. Some concepts will fall into multiple groups, and they are very important as they will add in the linking stage. The layout stage: this is arrangement of the terms so that they represent your collective understanding of the interrelationships and connections among grouping. Use a consistent hierarchy in which most important concepts are in the center or on the top. This is the hierarchical form. You use the most important concepts in the center or at the top. Within subgrouping, place closely related items near to each other. Think in terms of connecting the items in a simple sentence that show the relationship between them. Feel free to rearrange things at any time during this phase. Don't expect your layout to be like that of other groups. Linking phase: use lines with arrows to connect and show the relationship between the connected items. Write a word or short phrase by each arrow to specify the relationship. Many arrows can originate or terminate on particularly important concepts. Revising stage: in this stage, we will revise carefully the draft of concept map, rearrange sections to emphasize organization and appearance, remove or combine items to simplify it, consider adding colors, different fonts, discuss any aspects where opinions are different. Finalizing stage: after your group has agreed to an arrangement of an item that convey your understanding, convert the concept map into permanent form that others can view and discuss. Be creative in a constructive way through the use of colors, fonts, and shape. Evaluating of a concept map. How can we evaluate a concept map? Number 1, accuracy. Number 2, organization. Number 3, appearance. Number 4, creativity. For accuracy, I'll ask myself, are the concepts and relationships correct? Are important concepts missing? Are misconceptions apparent? Organization: is the concept map laid out in a way that higher order relationships are apparent and easy to follow? Does it have a title? Appearance: is the assignment done with care, showing attention in details such as spelling and is it in order in a fine way, or is it messy? Creativity: are there unusual elements that aid communication or stimulate interest without being distracting? Free concept map templates are available online. Also, there is electronic tools for creation of concept maps. Some of them are free downloaded and others are purchased. Concept map is a source of living. If you are very good or excellent in creating concept map, it may be a source of your living. Some sites and the papers are dependent on the concept. In academia, there are 5 essential diagrams that everybody should be able to draw: mind maps, concept maps, flow charts, fishbone analysis or fishbone diagram, SWOT analysis diagram. This is the mind map. This is the concept map. This is the fishbone analysis. This is the SWOT analysis. This is a concept map that's we will revise it together. There is different colors, so there are different categories. There are different shapes. Some are oval, some are square, and also the lines. Some of them are bidirectional and others are unidirectional. Thank you very much. And for the wrap-up, we will stress on the anatomy of the concepts maps, which is formed of nodes, linking verbs, and unidirectional arrows. Thank you. For any questions, don't hesitate to contact us, Group 5. Thank you.